I think preparation for turf games was absolutely fantastic, and I'm just delighted that I was able to do not just one full day of competition, but two back to back. You know, if you'd have said that to me 2 years ago when I started training with the Way, I would have laughed. You know, at the time, I think I had niggles, I had a back injury, shoulder injury. I was definitely carrying too much weight. And I think one thing about the preparation for this turf games is essentially it made me feel bulletproof. With the training, for example, there were times when, you know, you'd program me something and I'd look at it and think, oh, come on, I could do a lot more than that. You know, I could probably do something a bit more specific. I could do something a bit more dynamic. And in the past, I probably would have done, but it would have been to my detriment. You know, I've just turned 40 and I can't train like I used to, and nor should I. And so I stuck to the program. I trusted implicitly, you know, in what you gave me, and it paid off. Because let's say, for example, instead of me going into the gym and doing some, you know, dynamic Olympic lifts or something, actually we were doing like the real simple, basic fundamentals just to make sure that, you know, a week or two before turf games, I didn't have to pull out with an injury. Because that's what it's about now. You know, it's about being able to rock up, you know, injury free and perform what you want to. And that's what the Way has given me. 2 full days of fitness competition without any injury, without any pain. I think that's just amazing. Yeah, so testament to our preparation. It was definitely like a trifecta of efforts. So I think we had nutrition. I think a big thing for me was removing stuff more so than adding stuff. So I took alcohol completely out the equation. I just started drinking like non-alcoholic or alcohol-free stuff whenever I went out. I just stayed disciplined with that. So since turf games last year, that's a game changer for me. Creatine, I've kept really consistent with creatine, thanks to you and thanks to Adam, the nutrition coach. That's also been a massive game changer for me. Been able to recover an awful lot quicker. Sleep is massive. You know, I've kind of reined it in, so I know that I don't want to be training tired. I'd rather not train at all and recover and then have a good session rather than just try and get it in the bank for the sake of it. And then, yeah, as I say, with training, it's just about sticking to the basics and fundamentals, just trusting in the process. And then, you know, those last few weeks before turf games, that's when we got specific. That's when I became confident in, okay, right, yeah, let's switch on. Let's do some more dynamic, functional stuff. Because I'd got my body into a place whereby I just felt bulletproof. You know, I'd done the fundamentals. So, yeah, that was it for the prep. The highlight of my preparation was, and the biggest test for me, I'd been ill over Christmas, you know, as many of us, you know, were either before, during or after. I had kind of the winter flu. It totally knocked me for 6. And I think, like many of us, I'd kind of got myself into this place whereby I was feeling down, I was feeling negative, you know what I mean? I probably hadn't trained for the best part of 10 days. And I felt like all our hard work was being undone. You know, I was hitting really great numbers November, December. In fact, I actually felt like I might have been peaking too soon. But then I got ill and, you know, it feels like it all goes out the window. And I think it was the 6th of January, my first real hard session back, my first real test. And I've been looking online and things, and a lot of other people, you know, training elsewhere, you know, were kind of, you know, they were worried about losing their strength, you know, with time off. And they were looking at statistics about how much strength you lose, you know. Well, you and I, Paz, we've been training now for almost 2 years. And on the 6th of January, I went back after the best part of 2 weeks after having not trained at all. And I PB'd on a front squat for 5. Do you know what I mean? It was, you know, I lifted it with ease. Like I was firing on all cylinders. Like what that rest had actually given me was actually more strength, not less. And that's testament to all the training that we do. And that gave me the confidence then to push on and think, yeah, actually, do you know what? Yes, I was ill, but actually my body probably needed some of that recovery. But because of all the training we'd done, everything, all the time and the days and the hours that we put in, it all paid off. So yeah, just retaining strength, despite what life throws at us. That's the highlight of my prep for turf games. What I'm excited for is performance now. Like I think, it's one thing to go to a fitness competition and survive, get through it. And I think these last couple of years, that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted to get through injury free, be able to enjoy it, have a laugh. Now I feel excited at the idea that actually I could actually make a dint. That I could probably go, and perform and get some numbers up and maybe climb up the leaderboard a little bit, and that's exciting. So I think what I'd love to do, and what I think I'd hope to do with the Way Fitness next, is more performance oriented. So things such as, for example, lifts. There's a lot of Olympic lifts in the fitness competitions, and I think they're not to be feared. They're really exciting, and I think they put a spotlight, and I would encourage anyone to give it a go. So I think I'd love to sort of work on that, because it's a great benchmark. It's something that you can work towards. You can see real improvement over time. Yeah, that's definitely one thing I think I'm excited about with our training.